Hello, and welcome to the final round of the Sawgrass Championship here at the Players Club in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. This is better known as TPC Sawgrass in the real world, but the play world, this is a play game simulation called History Maker Golf. They create fictional names for the courses, and we're also using a fictional set here called the Pro National Golf Set. And so you won't recognize any of these names in this tournament. The cards themselves may at times play like a regular tour player. That's what they're kind of meant to do. It's kind of meant to simulate the PGA Tour. But in our case, we're using all fictional names, and it's kind of nice. It sort of detaches us from whatever stigma we might have of guys like Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka and all the other controversial figures that may be out there. But anyway, that's enough of the blabbing. We're going to pick up at the 12th hole. I sent out on Facebook a leaderboard from the beginning of this round, and I'll just go ahead and put up what we have here, which is Gareth Leonard has stormed the course today with 5 birdies and no bogeys. He is sitting at -12, one ahead of Leon Bay, who is a kind of a surprise co-leader heading into the final round. Nick Yarlett was also there. He has been a little more prevalent in it when it comes to our Sunday coverage. We've seen him a few times over the last couple of years, but not really. So so Yarlett now is 2 back as he has lost a shot to the course in the course of this day. Gil Granbury is 4 behind Leonard, and Yun Lee Song and Trent McAdams, a couple of other mainstays, they started the day a little farther back, and they haven't really made up much ground. McAdams has here in the last let's see, on the back 9 especially, but he is 4 under on the round. He did get a birdie on 2, but he's also 3 under on the back 9, but it's kind of looking like too little too late. So so hi Brandon and hi Larry Rice. So yeah, Leon Bay. But we're going to start with the 12th, the Gareth Leonard group, which is the second to last group. They are playing the 12th, and let's just get right on here. Now, if you notice at the top of the screen, I have tried to incorporate just images of these holes, and I hope I can keep up with changing these. But if I don't blame it on me. Blame it on the rain. Yay. Anyway, so this is semi-daunting and semi-challenging. It's 358 yards, so not a very long hole. But the thing is that there's only 1 degree of course difficulty. The 5 on the white die when we roll it, that'll be the only one that brings up those daunting qualities. Any other time it's going to be off the golfer's traits. And Gareth Leonard has the honor on a 3 birdie in a row binge here, so he's going to go ahead and try and play this. As you can see, a dog leg to the left. Got to carry over some sand. The water really isn't in play. And then another greenside bunker is hanging out there to the right that you've got to, depending on where the pin position is, you might have to carry that. So, so Gareth Leonard with a white 1 means, and how are we? I just got to take a look at the. Now you can't see the decider die there. I have an idea. Let's. Why don't we try this? Well, can I do this? This might be a little better. See how that works. Okay, so there you can see the decider die. So if you decide that you like it, then you can see the decider die. If you don't like it, then you can decide with a no dot on your dice. But anyway, 255 par 4, so he doesn't have to worry about this daunting or challenging green stuff, right? And 255 is Leonard a legend? He is not, and he's also not a hacker. A hacker would show up under irons, and he's not that. So it's going to be Golf Cam Green. And now the green is where the challenging designation could come into play. And so we look at the 5 on the par 4 greens chart, Golf Cam Green. Is it friendly? No. Is it challenging? It's semi-challenging. The decide or die has a no on it, and we haven't used that yet. So it's not challenging. So that means there's an easy putt for par, and Leonard, barring a 6-6 miss, should be able to get away from this at times tough hole with a par, and he does. So update my score sheet and what just happened there. Technology. There's a reason why pencil and paper can be good sometimes. Now, Gil Granbury, again, he is, he's 1 under par today. Not too bad. He is not able to keep pace with Gareth Leonard, though, and he's going to be playing this hole. Now, he has a 1 chip. Okay, he also gets a 1, 3-5-5. Is that the same roll? It might have been 2-5-5. Let's see. Yeah, before it's 2-5-5. This is 3-5-5. King, he's not king. He's shaper, no. So, also checks hacker. He's not hacker, so it's going to be experience. So we go to Golf Cam Experience. So it's going to check the years that he has under his belt. Has he experienced this situation before? And it's going to say, in this case, if he's inexperienced, he would... so that would be prospect. So it shows up right here instead of icon. He would have prospect because he doesn't have prospect. If he did, it would be he would end up hitting a poor shot into the green, and he'd need a very double difficult putt for par. But because he isn't a prospect, he's actually an icon. He's as experienced as you can get in this game. He has a moderate putt for birdie. Now, a moderate putt, I probably should have the what the rolls, how they, parse out as far as this. But a moderate birdie putt is a 1 or a 2 on a D6 to make it. Granbury would get to -8 or -9 then, and would be within 3. Oh, and I missed the mark, so it's a 6, and he misses it pretty poorly, but he will still end up with an easy par putt. Easy par, easy bogey, anything par or higher score, so bogey, double bogey. Easy is what's called the high roll, 6-6 miss. So that's a par for Granbury. He'll stay at 8 under. And now Jae-Gun Woo, which if you see this, you're probably looking at this guy right here and saying, is that a spider? That is a little star I've drawn on the sleeve with a dry erase marker to tell me he had a perker issue, and he had an issue which is caddy conflict. He can't get a blue chip in this round, so that's why he is 2 over par in the round currently and 6 back. So we're just going to work our way through this whole thing. So a white 4, so again only the 5 is an issue. So 2-3-3 is the roll, and we go to the par 4 chart and we look at 2-3-3, and it says, is Jae-Gun Woo king? And guess what? He is. So he has a beautiful shot. This is the gallery cheers it. Usually a gallery cheers would earn you a blue chip, but in this particular case, because Jae-Gun Woo can't earn that, then we just go to the chart itself and we don't give him a chip. So then the green 2, is he a champion? He is a champion. He'll have a gimme birdie putt, which gimme birdies are like easy pars. It's 6-6 will miss, otherwise it is a made putt. So he lines up this little 6-footer and he makes it. It just courses over the edge, and he'll move to -7. So okay, so we're through 12, and we'll go ahead and hopefully that updated, and we now see the 11th. And we do. Hurrah. Thank you, technology, for Maybe working. Hey, RJL, good to see you. So, okay, so the 11th here, par 5. You know, the par 5s here at the Players Club, they mostly, I would say, play like par 4s. You don't really have any that you are just happy with a par. Yeah, maybe 9. This one is a little tough, but like 2 and is it 2? I think 2 and 16 are both pretty easy. And this one is relatively easy too. This is a semi-direct hole, which means that you should be able to get there in a decent amount of time. There is water, as you can see on the screen here. Your drive goes over a bunker, and there's a bunker on the left that you kind of skirt on this dogleg left. And then, but then you could lay up to that left portion of fairway just short of the green, or you could attack it and try to carry the bunker that just guards the pond that's right there. So let's see who is up. It's going to be Leon Bay, our second place guy, South African. And he's got some interesting, he's not just your standard card here because he's got King and Shaper, but he also has Puny, or Semi-Puny. He also has Semi-Gilded, so he does have a little bit, but he's also like Semi-Champion, Semi-Hero, Semi-Soft. So he has some decent traits here. Okay, 558 yards and only the 1 degree of difficulty, so it should lead to a birdie or 3 here. Let's see, 366. So we take the 3 non-white dice and put them in ascending order. Is he a bomber? No, he's Semi-Puny, which is kind of like Puny is not bomber. That's like the opposite. So Semi-Puny is still pretty short. We're going to end up, he's going to end up hooking it slightly, and he just misses the green with his approach shot. So when we go to the green 6 on the short game chart, he's not stone, but because this is a 6 on this roll, it means it's a pretty bad lie, and so he ends up with a difficult par putt. So he needs a 1 through 3 on this in order to save par, so 50% chance. Let's call this like a 12-footer. Maybe a little shorter than that, and he misses. So Leon Bay is going to at least bogey. That leads to a moderate bogey putt, which is still, he needs a 1 to 5. So it's 5 out of 6, and he does barely make that. But Leon Bay is going to drop a shot here at 11, and that's almost like a double bogey because you really want to be taking birdies away from this. But did not play the hole the way he wanted, and it burned him. If he had been a long hitter, he would have carried that bunker, but instead and carried the trees on the left. So now it'll be Nick Yarlett, the American, maybe the lone American hope left, and he is going to get unlucky here. So this is semi-double cordial. So if the decider die is yes, you can get this white 6 and take a patient birdie. You wouldn't get a blue chip, but you would get a birdie on the hole. Because it's not, then that means it's only cordial, it's not double cordial. So now he has to decide on whether he's going to take a par and remain 2 back of Gareth Leonard, or try and attack the pin from maybe a less than ideal situation. And he will take the par, which again, with Gareth Leonard birdieing this hole, kind of feels like he's losing a shot to the whole field. So Yarlett will remain 2 back, and Gareth Leonard has a relatively comfortable lead at this point. Now, Jay Laufenberg has not gotten anything going. He's 2 over par, and he will play this hole now. 1-1-2. It's about as low as you go. So 1-1-2. If it's 1-1-1, it's a special result, but it's only it's 1-1-2. Cold. Laufenberg has the dot, and he bogeyed 10, so he is cold. This is going to be, he's going to lose a blue chip. That's a gallery groans. They're going to get pretty disappointed and feel sorry for him that he hit such a poor tee shot there. Laufenberg now, and then with a green 2. Is he a master? That goes under recovery, and it's not there. So it goes to this polite applause chart, which the strong and polite applause are both pretty kind of disappointing if you're playing this game. You'd think that on a par 5 you might have a little better luck, but no, that's not the case. So 2, this will be a difficult putt for birdie. And Laufenberg, he will lag this. Now I use this lag roll that I've talked about a few times. I'm going to throw it right here for once. Hopefully you see it. Embrace it, love it, whatever, hate it. But we will lag it, and that roll just goes from a difficult birdie putt to a, that would be a gimme par. So we roll 3 for a gimme par. And I know that these designations are probably a little bit confusing. You know, gimme, easy, you know, you just hear them over and over again. But we will, you know, you get the game, you get the chart. Once you start seeing it play out on your own tabletop, it's pretty straightforward and it flies. So, okay, so we're through 11 here. And semi-puny and hanging with Leonard and Granbury. There's hope for me. Sure, I mean, hey, it's okay to be semi-puny. Not all of us can roid up like DeChambeau. You know, I was looking at the PGA Tour. You know, it was ESPN's for the British Open, and they had a picture of DeChambeau that was probably from like 5 years ago, and I was afraid I was going to have to clean the Diet Mountain Dew off my computer screen because I laughed and spit took so hard because it was just like, are you kidding me? Anyway, so 5 under par. We're at this point when we're playing History Maker Golf where if you're playing a tournament mode, there's a chance somebody might come up from in just outside of these 12 golfers. Now, the thing is that if the leader is currently 5 under or lower, so if they're like 6 under, 7 under, whatever, but if 5 under is the threshold, if it's 5 under or better, we don't get an emerging contender role. He is kind of like the guy who is emerging as a contender. Now, he was in the final 2 groups, but the approximation is that it's tough to simulate more than one guy having a great day at any one point. Whether that's the case or not, I don't know, but that's the way they do it, and so we're going to honor that. So, no emerging contenders, and that means that we're going to go to McAdams at the 15th with the McAdams group, and it will be Leonard 2 shots ahead of Bay and Yarlett. Okay. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Kind of had some good news that I will share at some point, but till then, I'll keep you guys in the dark. But hopefully something fun. Anyway, so we are at the 15th with Trent McAdams and company. He will be the one that tees off first with the honor. But okay, this is a pretty tough hole. As you can see, it's they got a lot of sand here. And I also put this on here because we have the course cards right here. And in the upper right we have the way that the hole looks in real life. And the arrow points to the green, so that's the routing. And so hopefully you can see that this is a dogleg right, and if you look at this card here, it you know, it doglegs to the right, and there is, you know, there's rough right around the green, but there's sand here and there's sand here. So there's an approximation of trying to craft the hole in terms of these different spots. Now, is it exact? No. To a certain extent, like the 6 in the right-hand column, that's kind of supposed to be the right side of the fairway, and the 1 is supposed to be the left. So, you know, if you think this is the right side, that's not complete, but you have 66, 56, and 46, which are part of it, and 36. So you have to use your imagination a little bit, but usually if you want to do a dog leg left, it's pretty easy. Dog leg right is pretty easy. And that's kind of what this is showing you here. And as you can see, you got to cross the bunker, and you know, depending on where the pin is, it might be better to have a tee shot that is close to the bunker down the right, because it might open up your shot into the green if the pin is, let's say, on the left side. But I think that's in the right spot, but you know, you just never know. I think so. Anyway, let's go and play this hole with Trent McAdams. First time seeing this in this round. It's 4 degrees of course difficulty, 449 yards. So, you know, medium to long hole, semi-firm green. That's something that we don't always see. Now, this is another thing you don't always see. You don't always see the mixture of daunting and friendly. And a lot of times you won't see cordial and challenging. That's kind of like, it's fun to see holes like that. So this one's kind of an easy green. It is firm. So ball, when it means firm, the ball will land on it and then like jump and maybe go off the back, because it's maybe the shape of the, you know, the contour of the green might make it want to bounce off the back. If it's higher in the front than in the back, you can imagine it would skip. So McAdams is going to play. He gets a 4, which means the course controls, and when the course controls, we take black and gray and put them, or silver, and put them in ascending order. So 15, we look on the card. 15 is golf cam course. That's what the square talks about. So then we take the green die and go to the par 4 chart and say, okay, 3, is it cordial? No. Is it daunting? This is semi-daunting. So now we've got to refer to the decider die to see it is not daunting. So then we go to otherwise. It's a clutch putt for par. Now you find clutch putting on the card right under where it says putting. There's no gold, there's no rust, so he's neutral. A neutral clutch putter is a 1 to 3 or a 50% chance. If he makes this, he will earn a blue chip. If he misses it, he would earn a red chip, which cancels the blue one he has. And he misses it, so the blue chip will go away. And that was a clutch putt for par, so he's going to at least bogey. After a clutch putt, you have an easy follow-up for bogey, and he makes that. But he will drop a shot. And hopefully we're getting some of the ifs, ands, or buts out of the way early with these, and I may start just coursing along here a little bit more. Now, Dwayne Bradshaw is my only custom card here, and he fared pretty well to start. He was 4 under through the front, but then he bogeyed 12, and he was already starting quite a ways back. So he's currently -6, a good tournament for him. He has a pretty decent card aside from the gilded, or the semi-gilded there, but he's a lot of semi-qualities. Bradshaw now is going to go with a 5, which again we take these guys, 22, golf cam course, and then the 3, the same thing, but this time, cordial no, daunting, semi-daunting, we refer to the decider die, it's a dot, so it's a yes. This is a clutch putt for bogey, so this is a bad hole for him. He's going to need this 1 to 3 putt, and he misses it, so he will earn a red chip, and he's going to double bogey this as long as he makes the easy bogey, and he does, but that's going to move into -4, and that's going to pretty much end his possibilities of a top 10. I guess he could still squeak out a top 10, but he is now 8 back, and we're going to play out all these cards. So, but like for instance here, for the putting, Martin Van Dyke is semi-rust, so he's 1 to 2. That's the way I do it. And the other thing you could do with a semi-rust, you could roll the decider die, and if it's yes, he's 1 to 3, no, he's 1, and that's it, you know. So rust is 1, gold is 1 to 5, and then, but you could do it either way. You can either just, when it has a semi-quality, let's say it's semi-gold, like Nick Yarlett, 1 to 4, rust 1 to 2, or you could roll the decider die to then parse it out a little more. Martin Van Dyke now ready to play this hole, and he gets a 1, which it doesn't show up here on the card, so it is course, or it's a golfer control. It will be his metrics most of the time that will factor into this. So is he a shaper? He is a shaper, so he will earn a blue chip, and he hits a beautiful drive, which then we will check the gallery cheers chart. He is not utility, he's champion, so it'll be a moderate birdie putt. Needs a 1 to 2, so a little 8-footer here. Can he drop this? Maybe it's 9. It might be 9, and he misses it, misreads the putt. And so that was a moderate, now an easy par to follow up. It will always go one easier on a normal putt. So a par for Van Dyke, and he's going to stay 8 back. Okay, now we'll go to 14. Chunk, chunk. I don't know. It seems like a Law and Order kind of day. Chunk, chunk. Bit of static. My audio is freaking out. Okay. The audio is freaking out. Yeah, that's possibly you know, the thing it probably is, I have this USB hub and it is the bane of my existence, and so I have my mic in there. I hope it's okay right now, but I don't know if it's a power suds. It could be the suds, you know. Speaking of which, I have some suds here I'm gonna dig in because it's Saturday and I feel like it, and I've had a good weekend so far, so it's not anything very powerful, but powerful enough. Yeah. The other thing is I have a little fan going here. It is super hot right now. Obviously, it's summer. If you've watched any of Tabletop Sports Delaware's driving videos of late, he talks about some of the heat. But anyway, so 14. You should see it there on the screen. It's a pretty straight hole, but you know, still a lot of sand, and it's just long. 481 yards is a pretty. You know, it's a lot of courses that we play on. That would be a par 5, but for these guys, it's a par 4, and the green probably is a little bit difficult. That's why we see this this caution symbol, which means that if the course controls with these 4 numbers, if we get a putt that is in the normal spectrum of rolling, like the moderate, difficult, it's 1 degree tougher. So, you know, I don't know. It could be the green, could be the contours of the fairway. Maybe it's tougher to hit a shot close. Maybe you've got some kind of, you know, tough lie. But anyway, we're gonna roll out, and it will be Denny Rowetter. He has been going to the doctor, and so he now is proud to say he's no longer Denny Bedwetter, but you know, he's monitoring the situation quite well. It kind of depends on which day it is. He gets a white 6, which is going to be a par. He will take that on a tough hole, and this is definitely a tough hole. He almost had an accident, but you know, just it was so terrifying. But instead, he made it, and it's good. So Sonny Lemons. He's 7 back, man. Not having a great day. He's 1 over par, and he's going to end up 13, which if we look here, it's going to be in the rough with the first shot. So he's going to have a decent lie with a 3. So his tee shot goes in the rough, and he's not a workman under recovery. So instead of an easy putt, since the course controls, instead of an easy putt, we have a moderate putt. So he needs a 1 to 5 to maintain his -5 score, and he makes it. So Sonny made the best out of that situation. He turned Sonny Lemons into Sonny Lemonade as his slogan or whatever, catchphrase. Another 6. Did we give? I don't remember giving Rowetter a chip. We'll give him one. He's way out of it anyway. If I give him an extra one, he'll thank me for it later, probably. He'll get me another one of these at the bar in the 19th hole. That's what being the official play-by-play guy of the Tenacious Golf Tour gets you. Is all of the guys on tour like picking up your tab, especially if you don't call them names like bedwetter. All right, 13. So, par 3. The sky is over water. There is a bunker there. Maybe that front feeds back down to the bunker, but what you want. I assume that the Sunday pin position is probably right up close to the lake there on the left. Let's see. Can I? Hopefully this shows up here. You see my pointer? Probably right about there is where that Sunday pin is, and if it kind of looks like there's a ridge right here, and so it would go down towards the hole, and so maybe if you land it here and the pin's there, you might be able to get it to sort of feed down there. But it's 181 yards. It's not exactly an easy hole, and so that you can see on the card here, there's 13, 14, and 15 are all water droplets, which is water. So Jae Gun Woo, who can't get any blue chips, is going to tee off here, and he could use one. So it's challenging and a firm green, so it would bounce right off the back. And it's a 3-tiered green at 13 feet. It's a ridge that feeds the ball down to the water. How about that? I should have just read that to you. Then you would have gotten the picture, maybe. So Woo, he hits it. It's hooking. It is going right for the water, and it hits the bank, and it drops in. And that, his day was all, he's in the top 5 right now. He was having a pretty steady day, even though he was having trouble getting easy birdies by kind of upgrading putts. But now he's going to have to see if he can get up and down for bogey after going in the drink. So 2, if we go to the first shot, water. Is he sunny? Unfortunately, he is not. Sunny's right here. Oh, wait, no, that's a different kind of sunny. After drop, no, he's not sunny. So, grousing golfer fishes the ball out of the water. After drop, splashes shot on the green, moderate putt for bogey. Poor guy. Needs a 1 to 5, and he misses that putt. He is having a bad day, and it just got worse. So, easy double. He'll make the double bogey, and Woo is all wet with a double, and he drops to -5. So this back 9 starting to chip away at some guys. And now it'll be Gareth Leonard coming off a par that followed up a bunch of birdies, 3 in a row, and he is going to take control of this with a blue chip. And you can't see that. I'll put it right there. Ah ha 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 ha. So 3-3-4. I mentioned in a History Maker baseball video, that was my 3-digit exchange, the area code and then the exchange or whatever. That was what it was. 3-3-4. So champion. He's not a champion. So we go to Golf Cam Green. It's a challenging green, so this is actually going to bite him potentially here. 3. We go to the Golf Cam Green, and it's a par 3. Is it challenging? It is. This is a clutch putt for par, so he's going to need to sink this to keep his 2-shot lead. Fortunately for Gareth, he is semi-gold, so he needs a 1 to 4. And he makes it. Confidently strokes that into the hole. Center cut, perfectly red, and he doesn't earn a blue chip for that clutch putt because he used, or wait, he does. Oh no, he used a blue chip to take control of the hole, so he doesn't earn a chip there. Tough for the Scot. He really likes these things. He adorns various hats and such with the blue chips that he doesn't use by the end of the round. So Gil Granbury now. He's semi-laser. Let's let him take control here. He's, I don't know, he's 4 back. What the heck? He's semi-laser. Maybe that'll give him a chance to have a good shot here. 3, 4, 5, and that's about the worst roll you can have on any chart. 3, 4, 5, miscalculated swing, sends the ball past the green, wedged on, difficult putt for par. So he spent a blue chip and is going to need a 1 to 3 for par. He does make it. Whoops, that's the wrong slot, but okay. So there we go. That is 13, and now we're going to be playing 12 with Bay and company. So it'll be Nick Yarlett. So I'm not going to... I'll keep changing these so you can see them, but I'm not going to talk through any of the ones we've already talked over. Nick Yarlett here at 12. He's got a bunch of chips. He's going to use one. Actually, no, he isn't. He changed his mind. Saw the 5 and said, hey, you know what? That 5 doesn't come up very often. Let's play our cards. So he earns a blue chip. How about that? He gets a white 6. He'll take the par and move right on. When I get to the end of this, I will check the comments because I'm probably missing some of your great additions to our dialogue here. So, Laufenberg, also a 6. He'll take a blue chip and a par. You know, Laufenberg, he's 6 behind. You know, we could start trying to attack the green some with some of these guys. I hardly ever do it. Now, Leon Bay, who is 2 behind. He'd love to get a birdie roll here. Look at birdie. Let's see. 1, 2, 6, par 4. Is it direct? It's not. Stone. He's not stone, so we're going to go to mood. Mood, it's a 6. So this is not... the even numbers are usually the high... they're just not what you don't want an even number on these Golf Cam Now, Golf Cam Experience, Golf Cam Mood. So this is mood. So this is going to ask if he's stormy or no, if he's sunny. So you have to be the positive result on all those. And he is not sunny. He is neutral. So this is he's going to need a difficult putt for par to become sunny and not become stormy. And so let's see, and he would also drop a shot, and he drops a shot, and he's stormy now. And so Leon Bay, in a rare appearance in the final group, is on back-to-back bogeys now and is at -9. So if anybody bet on the Bay, you're probably going to lose your money. So let's see. I'm trying to remember the Camptown ladies sing this song. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Camptown racetrack, 5 miles long. Oh, the doo-dah day. Going to run all night. Going to run all day. Bet my money on a bobtail nag. Somebody bet on the Bay. Okay, that was... I couldn't remember the rest of that, but if you bet on Leon Bay... Sorry. Anyway, we're coming up to 16 now. This is a pretty memorable stretch. If you like watching spring golf leading up to the Masters, 16, 17, and 18 are pretty memorable. Let's see. Yep, on audio. Let me see something here. I got to take a look at this. I mean, I still see my bar moving right there, so I hope things are okay. Bet on Bay from Draft. Do they have this action on DraftKings now? That's pretty awesome. If so, maybe I can license it and make a little money. You know, that would be nice. Okay, so we're gonna bring up 16 here. That would be. Let's see. It must be this guy here. 16. Yeah. Another one of these, like I talked about, that is a reachable par 5. This one is actually full direct. Every time you get a direct result off of the golfer checks, if it checks that, it's going to be an eagle possibility. 523 yards is pretty pretty short, but if you roll that single white 5, you've got water at 45 and 23 that could snap up and bite you here. And this is this and 17 are two great holes. It's you kind of have a similar stretch at, we just did Bay Hill. 17's longer than the 17 here, the 17 at Bay Hill, but they're both neat par 5s with eagle possibilities, which is what you want. You really want that in a golf hole coming down the stretch. You want to have something that's kind of risk-reward. And now Martin Van Dyke, who is -4, he's way back. And double cordial, he'll get a birdie here. So that's, doesn't get a blue chip. And now Trent McAdams having a kind of a good recovery round after a tough go at the first 3 days. It was in the top 10, but really had hoped to be a little closer to lead. But a -3 on the day so far, and maybe a chance here to get a little more. Let's see, 225. Legend, he's not legendary. Hero, semi-hero with a dot. Okay, so he's going to get a blue chip as the gallery cheers that fairway wood as it comes up to the green. And let's see, a 5. He's not a hacker, so that will lead him to chip and get a moderate birdie putt. 1 or 2, he misses that. Easy par, makes that one. Stays at -6. Now Dwayne Bradshaw. I was kind of thinking, who would Dwayne Bradshaw be? I guess if I was going to create his character like a bio, I guess I'd try and say he was like from the swamps of Louisiana or something, you know, kind of like Terry Bradshaw maybe, except maybe a little more, maybe even more yokelish. He gets a white 5, so here we go with the and then 56. He avoids the water, but he is in the sand off the tee, so you can see the bunker right down there, right side of the fairway. That's where he's at. He hits that. He loses it to the right. So bunker in 1, green 1. So a good chance here at something chunky. He's not chunky. So strong applause. Yeah, strong applause. This is. So now you get a double difficult putt for birdie, whereas you know, you have a chance at moderate, and the polite is difficult putt for birdie. I just feel like on a par 5, if you're in strong applause, that means, oh, I have a good recovery. I'm going to get probably an easy birdie or something. But instead, it's what, double difficult. We've got to lag it. So poor Dwayne. He's complaining to the rule. He'll get his par. He's complaining to the rules official. He thinks he deserves a drop, and he doesn't get it. And he just has to play it like it lies, and it ends up 6 feet short, and that's just too dang bad, buddy. He's like, oh, you know, I guarantee if I was playing at my home course, we'd get this one right up there. I'd be able to fluff that guy because I got a little divot ball mark right there. All right, back to 15. Yeah, back to 15. I'm done with my Cletus the slack-jawed yokel impression. Denny Rowetter is the one who gets to play first here, and he'll get a 3-5-6. So scatter or puny, no. Champion, he's a hero, not a champion. So we go to the Golf Cam Green 6. Is it friendly? Semi-friendly dot. Yep. Gets the luxury of that. He'll get a clutch putt for birdie. He is semi-gold. And he holes it out. So a beautiful birdie for Denny the Rowetter. And he gets a blue chip. And we've got some stored up here. We're going to have to start using them a tad. Sonny Lemons coming off. He got a birdie, right? No, he parred. That's right. He got a sticky situation there that he got out of. 45, rough and 1. I think the other card, 45, was the water, so he avoids that for chunky. Is he chunky? No. Moderate par putt. 1 to 5, and he misses, so that's like that car that you drive off the lot that doesn't make it past the second light down. That's a booger. For Lemons, he's going to move to -4. And, all right, Yun Lee Song. Try and get these. So, another 45. That's rough and 1. Another 4. Chunky, he's not chunky. Another moderate par putt. And he makes that one. You shouldn't have too many that are 2 in a row that you miss if you're on a 1 to 5. 5 out of 6. Okay, back to 14 now. Hey, Derek, thanks. Yeah, hey, glad that we're getting to see this game out here again. I kind of got in a little bit of a groove with History Maker Baseball, and I needed to kind of wrap up something else. So now it'll be Gareth Leonard here at the 14th. And again, remember, all right, this one he will. Let's see, does he want to use the chips here? Could save him for 18. Could save him for 15. They're both similarly. Let's go ahead and use a chip. He feels like if he could get to 16 with a 2-shot lead, he might just be able to put it on cruise control. And he doesn't have to use a second one there because semi-daunting, if it's full daunting, you have to use 2. Because it's semi, you roll the decider die. If it's a no, then it's only 1 to take control of the hole. And so 4, 4, 5 is going to be, is he hot? Well, I think he is, but, no. He's not hot. He's par. So hot would mean 2 in a row, 2 birdies in a row, cold 2 bogeys in a row, and semi is 1 in the last 2. Gilded, he's semi-gilded, and he has the dots, so that's going to lead to a difficult putt for par. So he's going to need a 1 to 3, or else he's going to drop a shot here. Could use that other chip to make it moderate. He's gonna hold on to it, and he gets lucky. He makes his par. Had a chance at real disaster there, but he does survive it. So took his chances and won. Gil Granberry. It's going to be so 15. He avoids the 16, which is water, down the left side. I guess because 16 would have the 6, it could also be right? So, yeah, it's kind of like there's some water down here on the right of 14. Anyway, 15 is going to be sand. El bunker, and then 6 is a bad lie in the bunker, a good old fried leg. He's not sandy, so he's not going to be able to navigate his way out of that for a birdie chance. Instead, it's going to be a double difficult putt for par. He will lag. And 66 and 11 are the 2 magic rolls on that lag roll that I do. So that's a bogey. 66 is bad magic. Black magic, so to speak. But Granbury drops a shot back to -7. Okay, 45, woods, or trees. I always grew up saying woods. So I tend to just say that when I'm thinking through this in my head, when I'm playing it out here. Like, I think woods. But it is trees. But I don't know about any of you. Maybe it was just like a local thing. I just think when we were going to go cut some logs, we used to have a wood furnace. I would think woods. My dad would say, we're going to go out to the woods and do. But yeah, anyway. 3, workman no. So gimme putt for par. Course control, so we're going to take that gimme and make it easy. So that's 6-6 miss. He does make it. Alright. And let me think. Maybe, did I... Well, he was double difficult. Granbury had double difficult, so you can't do anything with that. The caution symbol doesn't have any effect on those guys. Par 3, 13th. Here we are. Yeah, segue. Thanks. That's how I get from hole to hole. You know, those things are still pretty nice. Although, once they run out of their charge, then, you know, I have to steal somebody else's, and they usually get upset about that. Yarlett's laser. Let's have him use a chip here. Let's see. He only needs to use one for that. It is, but now the thing is like you do get some golf cam green opportunities from this. But if he can hit his laser here on the par 3, maybe that. Oh, and it's a special result. Triple sixes. So this could be all sorts of different permutations. The decider die is a no. Let's put that right up here. My ball went into the woods, but while looking for it, I found 3 that weren't mine and found some poison ivy. Yeah, sounds about right. So we're going to go to the special results, level 1. I've had a tournament where I've gone to level 3 right away for some stupid reason, and I got some wacky result that everybody's like, where'd you get that? And so, no, it's level 1, par 3 chart. And here's the roll, and it's going to be a 33. Roll again, level 2. Yay! We're going to get some more interesting stuff. Can we get another double? Then we could end up at level 3. We could really find some of the interesting stuff. 56. Let's see. I haven't seen it yet. I feel like 56 is bad. Maybe that's because it's like close to 66, and on the putt roll 66. Let's see. Caddy suggests very unconventional strategy. Decide or die bullet. Strategy works. Gimme putt for birdie. 2 consecutive blanks. Moderate putt for double bogey. Otherwise, moderate putt for par. So we have one here, right? We have one blank, so we don't get the gimme birdie chance for Yarlett, which would have been great, because I'd love to see a little bit of drama here. But now we have to roll again. If it's another blank, he's going to end up with a double bogey putt, and it's pretty much going to destroy our tournament. How about a dot? Oh, no! Moderate double bogey. Let's Yarlett. Oh, and he misses the moderate double bogey putt. It's a triple. Oh, my goodness. Why can't this happen? So you use a blue chip and you get destroyed. Thanks a lot, special results. Oh my goodness. What a terrible thing for Nick Yarlett. It looked like he had a chance. And actually early on he was in the lead, and his day just went into the crapper. The Porta-John next to the 13th green. Laufenberg now. Oh man, now we need something to happen to Leonard, and it's probably not going to happen. So woods in 1. There it is again. Trees in 1. Par 3. 6. Master. He's not a master. Double difficult putt for par. Laufenberg's dropping like a lead balloon filled with 100 Nick Yarletts, and he. Double difficult, that's a lag to get to the moderate bogey, or the easy bogey. Man, you don't put 3s on this chart very often for a 3 over par, but here we go with one. Okay, Bay. Bay is our last chance. He's got to go on a run here. Do we dare use a blue chip here? I don't think we do. 45, golf cam course. Green 1, cordial, No, laser. Unfortunately, he's not laser, so he needs a clutch putt for par. Oh my goodness, he could bogey this and lose a blue chip too. 1 to 3, he makes it, so he gets his blue chip and makes his par, and he's still 3 back. So we still have hope that somebody can get Leonard, but you got a South African and you have a Scot. So, oh my goodness, how this game can just tear your narrative asunder, right? You have one. Okay, so here we go. This is the one that you've all been waiting for. Hello, Al. Good to see you. Hope things are well up in the good old Northeast, up in Chowderland. All right, so it's going to be Martin Van Dyke. Par 3. There you go. You can see it on the screen. It is the good old Island Green. And the Sunday pin is, I believe, usually right about where this ends up. Saturday, I think, is down in the front. You know what? Maybe, I don't know. They may vary it too. I'm trying to remember. Tiger had, I think that was on Saturday. Tiger had a hell of a putt the one year where he bled it over this ridge and it ended up down here and going in. I think it was Tiger. If it wasn't Tiger, then maybe it wasn't Tiger. See, now I can't even remember. I'm going crazy. 2 degrees of course difficulty, 137 yards. You'd think, this is... I mean, I take my gap wedge there and just, take about a 2/3 swing, take a little off it. I mean, I can do that in my sleep, but you got all these little water guys down here. So, Van Dyke. So a 2 on the white die means we go 3, 4, 4 on the par 3 golfer chart. Utility. He's not utility. So experience. So he's icon. Good. Now the 3 will check prospect. He's not a prospect, so he has an easy birdie putt here at 17. He's 7 back. And 18 is semi-daunting, so he's not going to get a chip. Well, we'll make it gimme. Just go ahead and make it so, and it is. That's a birdie for Van Dyke. He's got them back-to-back. Trying to finish strong, maybe in the top 10. He moves to -6, right? My scoreboard is flailing along here with all of the CPU that's getting used up. Now it'll be Trent McAdams. Of course, in real golf, all these guys hit before they go up to the green and putt. So take it with a grain of salt. 1, 2, 6. Champion. Semi-champion. Dot is showing, and that's an easy birdie putt for McAdams. And he'll use his blue chip to make sure he can read the green correctly, and he does. So 2 birdies now on the 17th, the Island par 3. And now Dwayne Bradshaw. Man, I still can't believe I didn't get that drop. How about I can get this thing over this pond and make sure I get it down in there? And he gets a white 5, and that's going to be 56. That is in the water. He loses it to the right. That is a horrible shot from Dwayne Bradshaw, and he is not. He's talking about himself in the third person, too. So, water on the par 3, 1. Is he hot? This guy is far from hot. He double bogeyed 15, so it's a moderate bogey putt. And so 1 to 5, he'll make that. So somebody's already been in the drink. Can we get a couple more? How about this guy? We'll see. Not rooting for it, but it would at least give us a little bit of drama if he found his way in there. Now back to 16. This gettable par 5. Where is my dang cursor? So I can... change it over to 16 for you. All right, so it's Denny Rowetter. Going for broke. It's double cordial. He'll get a birdie here. Plays the hole nice and simply. 3-shotter, knocks it in close, taps it in. Beautifully judged. He is to -7, and he is tied for third. There's a big glut at third right now, -7. If he could get another birdie along the way home with some chips to spare, maybe he can get a top 2. Same thing for Yun Lee Song. He will birdie this. Of course, that now makes him third at -8. Sole possession. And now Sonny Lemons coming off his bogey. Okay, there's a 2. 3, 4, 6. Anything interesting here on 3, 4, 6? Bomber? Nope, he's actually the opposite of Bomber. He's like... this is kind of like Tom Kite, maybe, you know? Shaper puny. Not a very good putter. I don't know. I guess Kite probably putted okay. He is utility. This is going to be even worse. He's going to lose this blue chip. Because that's a Gallery Groans. You earn a red one. And so 4... he's not workman, so he has a difficult par putt. Otherwise, he'd have a moderate bogey putt. Difficult par, misses that. Here is the moderate bogey. 1 to 5, you'll make that. But he is down there with Dwayne Bradshaw at -3, kicking around the. They'll be buying drinks in the clubhouse afterwards for sure. Okay, 15. And your leader, Gareth Leonard, still has the honor in this group. And he doesn't have a chip to use, so he's going to have to hope he... Now, there's no water on this hole, so not too much. Does that? And he gets a white 1. So there is... He's got... It's basically his day as far as I can tell. 3, 4, 6. Bomber or dynamic? Neither of those. He's actually... Gilded is the opposite of dynamic, so neither of those. So it's going to be... Short game check. Green 4. He's not stoned, so he has an easy par putt. He'll be happy to see that, which he holes out. And I forgot to change this. My bad. There's 15. 15. Jae Gun Woo. The guy who had a spat with his caddy. He can't earn blue chips in this round. He gets a white 1. 3, 3, 5. So he's got a chance to maybe get through this hole with something good. Let's see. King. He's king. He can't get a blue chip, and it's the green 5. He's not a hacker. A moderate birdie putt. So can he get a birdie here? 1 or 2 gets him a birdie. It's a 6. I think that's the second time he's had a moderate birdie that he's gotten a 6. Easy par. He makes that. 6, 6 would be miss. And now Granbury coming off a bogey in that glut at -7 that are now in tied for 4 position. Now 4 means we go 24 rough in 2, so green side, long grass. Green 1 means a great lie in it. He's going to have a chance to run this with no workman, so he's going to have a chance to maybe chip this in. So we roll the white die and the decider die. If it's 1 dot, it's in. Otherwise, it will tell us on the chart what it is. So it's 4. Moderate putt for par. 1 to 5, and it's good. So par for Granbury. Now to 14. Kite was one of Brandon's favorites. Yeah, I feel like it was the tournament up at Brookline at the country club. He had maybe a U.S. Open where he was in the lead, and I think he might have shanked a drive, and it ended up in the creek next to maybe number 4 or number 5. I'm really hoping we get the country club one of these years because I feel like that's a nice classic course. I really like it when Keith puts those types of tracks onto the cards, and we get some things that are a little more historic, And it's especially great when the PGA Tour actually puts those into the rotation. I think the Country Club is in the rotation here coming up for one of them. Maybe the PGA. I'm not sure which. Up in Al Red Sox fan neck of the woods somewhere. I don't know where exactly he's at, but it's probably not too far. It seems like that's a relatively condensed region there. Leon Bay, kind of last two. If he gets a white 6, he will take a par on 14. This is a tougher hole. And he'll get a third blue chip, so he's... Let's see, what has Leonard played? He's played 15. He's going to be playing 16 here. If he birdies 16, it's going to be tough. Tough to get that back. Okay, Laufenberg. Laufenberg is going to use a chip, and it is daunting. He's going to have to use a second one, which is going to eat up some chips here. I'm just thinking, we got to use these things up here at some point. Rowetters got a bunch. So 2, 3, 6. He has control of this hole. Duffer, he's not a duffer, so it goes to the short game check. 3, is he soft? No. Easy putt for par. Since he bought control, we don't have to worry about that little sucker. Wait, I didn't move it down. Actually, it's, yeah, par for him. And now Yarlett, who had the triple bogey, and that's pretty much messed him up. Let's use a chip, and then we got to use a second one for Yarlett. But I mean, his chances are pretty toast right here. 1, 2, 6, not direct. 481 stone. He's not stone. It's going to be mood. Fortunately, his mood isn't that bad, but it's going to check if he's sunny, and he's not. So it's going to be a difficult putt for par. 1 to 3, can't, and he does make it. So now he is sunny at least, but I don't think that's going to. I don't think that really counteracts, and I forgot to put it over to 14. Sorry about that, guys. All right, the 18th, the final one, and we're going to get ourselves to where we're starting to whittle down some golfers. So, all right. Yeah, let's see. The better than most. Yeah, the better than most. Yeah, that was Gary Koch who said that. That's right. They belabored that during the TPC this year, or whatever they call that thing. TPC, the Players Championship, right? They belabored that. They made one thing that annoys me is when the media makes it about themselves, and they really patted Gary Koch on the back because he said better than most, and it's like, I mean, yeah, it was a heck of a putt, but I don't know. Maybe Tiger's the one that deserved it after having the troubles he's been in this year with mangling his leg, and who knows if he'll even ever get back to playing again. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about his recovery from that, but then to kind of glom onto that, and it's a great putt, and some of the shots that Tiger's made over the years, the chip in at 16 at Augusta being one of many that his competitors will rue. All right, to the 18th, tough hole, 462 yards. You see it right there. Left-handed dog leg. The water runs all the way down there. It is a tough green. The green slopes to the water. There is a bunker behind. It's really not usually in play. My recollection is that the hill to the right kind of feeds the green some, but it may not be as much as I remember. 462 yards, 4 degrees of course difficulty, semi-daunting. There are some things here like the sand at 23, the rough at 24, that the little caution symbol is active for those. It'll be Martin Van Dyke on back-to-back birdies finishing out his round here at 18. He tees off, And he gets a 1, so he will roll off of the golfer chart for the par 4. 2, 5, 6. Legend, he's semi-legend, does not have the dot. So instead we have to check the short game check 2. He's not stone, so he will have a chance to roll this in. If we get another 1 and we get a dot on the decider, it's in. And it's in! 3 birdies in a row for Van Dyke. A great finish for him. Maybe this will set him on the right path here. He has been struggling this year. If he gets to -7, a 4 under par round, and a nice 31 on the back, has him finish at -7. So, you know, I doubt we're going to see Gareth Leonard fold to be -7, but there's your clubhouse leader at the moment, is Martin Van Dyke. Trent McAdams now. 5. So it's going to be 36. Sand and 2. We get a green 1, so another pin check here. He's going to blast it out as long as he's not chunky. McAdams isn't chunky, so green 2, chunky. So a pin check. Could we have another one go in? Nope, that's a 2, so that will be an easy par putt. But because 36 has the asterisk, we got to make it moderate par. He'll make it. And he closes out with a 68, just like his playing partner, Martin Van Dyke. So those guys kind of went neck and neck, especially coming down the back 9. They both had pretty good fortune there. And now Bradshaw, who is not having such a good back 9, he's got a red chip. He will buy the black 6 with a red chip. Only 16 would sink him here with a water roll. So it's going to be 46 golf cam course. It is daunting because of the decider die. So 3 is going to bring him to clutch bogey putt. So all likelihood, when you have to do some kind of control concession to the hole on a hole like this, you're probably going to end up with a tough par putt, and he ends up with a tough bogey putt. And that was clutch bogey. He's neutral, can't earn a red chip, so easy double. He makes that, but Bradshaw with a back 9 to forget. He was 4 under on the front, and just in the opposite way, he was 42 on the back, 74, 2 over par. And at least he finishes in red figures, and he should get at least some form of a payday here. So, all right, back to 17, the Island Green. I mean, I probably shouldn't be too harsh on the whole Gary Koch thing. I mean, I don't know. Out of all the guys that I listen to in coverage, I would say Gary Koch is one of the ones I don't really connect with much. You know, David Farady's kind of a neat dude. I don't know. He may be I don't know, maybe he's not such a great dude. I don't know. He's fun to listen to. You know, Roger Maltby has his history. You know, Faldo, I don't know. He's okay. He kind of has but I don't know. Gary Koch, what I think about Gary Koch is if let's say the guy misses his birdie putt and leaves at 5 foot, well, here comes his par putt. Could he drop another shot? It's like he's always kind of like talking in an upward fashion to really try and make it seem like, oh, this is heightening the drama. Hey, this is not where you want it to be. It's on the wrong side of the green. I don't know. Just something I've noticed. You know, you listen to guys over the years, and it's just, I like guys that just sort of, you know, they just been there before. Anyway. All right, Rowetters got 4 chips. That's nice. He could use one and knock the water out of play. Let's do it. Let's not even tempt water here for row wetter. He could end up -9 if he could get a couple birdies, and he'll take control on 18 almost certainly. 133, par 3 chart. Not a hacker, so it's going to be mood, and his mood is stormy. So that's the end of the line for that thinking. He is stormy. One asked if he is. It's a difficult putt for par. He will use another chip to make it moderate, because all he can use on 18 is 2. So a moderate par, he'll make it, and actually he will remove his storminess because of that. And so now he'll just be neutral. And that's a par for row wetter. You can do that. Very much allowable. Okay, Yunli Song. He's got one chip left. He's going to go ahead and buy control of this hole. He doesn't want to fart around with the water. Take it out of play. 146. It's not utility, so it's going to be experience. He's not a prospect. He gets a gimme birdie putt. So you can see how sometimes these things can just really go your way. Gimme birdie for Yunli Song, and he makes it, so he will get to -9, and maybe he could post a -10. He doesn't have any chips left, so 18 is going to be a bear to get a birdie on without one of those, but it's possible. Now here's Sunny Lemons. He doesn't have any chips, so he's going to have to hope he doesn't get a white 4 or 5. And he gets a 6. He gets 3 6s, so when we get a white 6 where 2 other 6s are showing, that means you have to make a clutch putt for par in order to get that blue chip. And he's semi-rust, so instead of doing that, he's going to attack the green. But the green is the green 6, so that's a double difficult birdie putt, which is probably better than... Let me see. Let me think through this. That's better than the clutch putt for par, which is going to be a 1-2. Instead, he can lag this double difficult birdie putt. There, so now he ends up with an easy par. Doesn't get a blue chip, but he also doesn't get a red chip either, which is another distinct possibility with that whole sequence. So you always have to remember that as much as the green or the white 6 is usually just, oh, I'm going to give him a par, you know, you have to think through it. Like Jae Gun Woo, I've done it a couple times in this round where he doesn't get a blue chip, so then, you know, the risk reward of it, he's so far back, why not just try and give him a chance that he could make a birdie? And I did. He had chances at birdies, and he missed them. So it's unfortunate, but you know, you can't have them all go your way. And you'd like to have 1 or 2 out of maybe 4 go your way. And in this case, it seems like for Jae Gun Woo, he's had very few really pan out for him. And one turned into a double bogey. 16. This is really going to be the bread and butter of this tournament. Like, if anything's going to happen, you need to have some kind of a fluke result here that gets after it. If he gets a birdie here, it's done. I mean, I don't see... I mean, again, there could be flukes, but let's see what happens. 4. So 2, 3, 6, par 5 chart. So he gets control. Not to sound disappointed. It's fine. Just not a duffer. It is direct. This is going to be a moderate putt for eagle. I forgot about the 2-3-6. The 2-3-6 in History Maker Baseball is the whole, like almost an automatic walk unless the pitcher is double control, right? If this one 2-3-6 on a par 5 chart gives you a chance at an eagle, and with a blue chip, Leonard's going to make it easy. He's like, I'm going to... You know what? He's not. He changed his mind. He geared up for it, and then he's like, you know what? I'm just going to hold on, because he doesn't really need the eagle. He could take the birdie. Now, it'd still be a 1-4 easy birdie putt if he misses the eagle. But I think playing 17, he might want to be able to take the water out of play. So, okay, Leonard, 1-2 is an eagle. and he misses it. So a 1-4 birdie now. Easy birdie follow-up. And it's a 5. Now it's going to be a par. So maybe I should have done that. So now a gimme par, as long as he doesn't get 6s, and he doesn't. Par for Leonard. That's probably an okay result, even though he's still 3 ahead. Maybe we went a little conservative there. But I think he would want to use that blue chip on 17. So let's do that. Woo. Without any chips. And he gets, okay, white 5, which is going to be course control. 15 is trees and 1. So, and I mean, you guys are welcome to list in the chat. Like, if you would have played that a little differently. I mean, maybe using that blue chip to get him to easy eagle. He misses the eagle putt. Then you've got gimme birdie, which chances of 6 are pretty low. Okay, he's not a master. So, double difficult putt for birdie, which on the strong applause chart, so if he were a master, he'd get strong applause, which is even then, after getting that strong applause, if he rolled a 5 or 6 off that chart, he would get double difficult for birdie. Because he doesn't have master, he just automatically gets double difficult putt for birdie. It just doesn't make sense to me that you end up, you know, I feel like if you get strong applause, you should be getting some kind of reward for that. And it doesn't really feel like a reward. Okay, so he has to lag the birdie. It's an easy par, and he makes that. So Jae Gun-woo doesn't get blue chips all around, and he's making the best of a bad situation. Okay, Gil Granbury. Okay, double cordial, that's a birdie for Granbury. He'll move to -8 with 2 holes left to play. Now back to the 15th. That's good, Al. I mean, that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's like, it's interesting to think of these quandaries. You know, it's like so if he uses the blue chip there, yeah, he has a decent chance of getting, you know, it's like 66% chance of eagle, right? So then, I mean, yeah, even if he knocks it in the water, he's probably double bogey at worst, and it just kind of like counteracts it. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I guess I figure if you can go par, 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 that's probably, or par, par, bogey even, he's probably happy with that. So, but yeah, it's one of the things that is really, you know, just great with games like this, and, you know, whether we do them tabletop or whether we do them on the computer, is like, you know, you've got choices, and, you know, no choice is, or in a good game, choices aren't automatic, right? I mean, maybe upgrading to a gimme birdie is pretty automatic, but I mean, your chances of missing it, you still have a chance, though. You still have a chance of missing that sucker. So it's great when you have strategy that could, you know, take you down, you know, risk reward, all that kind of stuff. Okay, back to 15 here, and Leon Bay, still 3 back. He has 3 chips. Not a whole lot of ammunition here, and this is a hole where maybe using it would be helpful. Let's see. He's going to use a blue chip. This gives him a chance to try the daunting. Let's see if it's daunting or if it's not. If it's not daunting, and it is daunting, he's going to have to use that second blue chip to take control of it. But he does have a card where this could help him. He's got semi-champion and semi-hero, semi-soft, and he's got king and shaper. These are all found on those charts. So let's see if on this par 4 chart he can get something of value. 2, 5, 6. That one doesn't necessarily sound great. He's not a legend, so it's going to be golf cam. It's just short game chart. He's not stone, so he gets a pin chance. He could roll this in with a 1 and a dot. Does it happen? No, it's a 5, so a moderate par. 1 to 5, he makes it. He'll stay 3 back. I mean, second place, he would be tickled pink with that probably. Laufenberg now, as the holes are dwindling here. He doesn't have 2 chips, so I don't play it where you can pay the chip and then you have to see whether or not you've wasted it or not. I just figure you don't try it. 25, so it's 3 is golf. It's the golf course control, and then 25 is golf cam course. Basically analyzes the attributes of the hole itself to come up with where your score is going to be. So is it cordial? No. Is it daunting? Semi-daunting, dot. So yes, he's going to need a clutch putt for par with a green 4 here. So the clutch putt for par, he's semi-gold, so a 1 to 4 would make it. He does make it. He'll get a blue chip. He didn't use one, right? So he gets that blue chip. He makes a par. Nick Yarlett now. Now he's sunny, but he's having a rough go of it here from 13 on. 13 was not his best moment. 35, golf cam course, green 4, cordial no, daunting again, yes. Needs a clutch putt for par. He's also semi-gold, and he misses it. He will lose a chip. Gets a red chip, so that means an easy bogey, and he'll make that. Now 4 over on the back, so struggling here, down to -6 as we get the Denny Rowetter, Sonny Lemons, Yun Lee Song group to 18. Hi, Paul. I hope I said hi to Benny Blades, and let's see. Let's see. Anybody else here I missed along the way? I think that's been everybody. But let's get going and finish this up. So 18, a tough hole. Rowetter does not have the honor. It's Yun Lee Song. He's on back-to-back birdies, but doesn't have the capital to spend on this hole. So 13, golf cam course 4. Cordial, no. Daunting, again, we've got a green 4 and a daunting yes. So this will be clutch putt for par. As I realized I didn't change it over to there. So if you want to see it, this clutch putt for par. So let's just say, let's say he hit a good tee shot, maybe a little short. Let's say it ended up with a tough, like, side hill lie, and so he hits the ball, and he maybe he doesn't get the best contact, and so he ends up with a pretty long putt for birdie, maybe even a chip, and then he gets the chip, and he ends up in this place where it's just like he needs to make a tough putt here to finish out his round at -9. So that's where this clutch putt comes. He's a neutral, so he needs a 1 to 3. Just trying to talk through this vernacular, and so he misses. That will mean an easy bogey. Now the more pressing thing is that a clutch putt. My hands have a little bit of stain to them. I had these Slim Jim potato sticks that have like fire powder on them, and they'll stain your fingers. Anyway, if you get a red chip on 18, usually you're not supposed to use a red chip on the same hole you earn it. I say on 18 because it will lead to like a meltdown. I let them do it, so he's going to take his easy bogey follow-up and make it moderate. So 1 to 5, and he does make his bogey. So he's going to join Gil Granbury at -8 at a tied for third. Granbury still with 2 holes to play. And so how do I indicate who has what perks? Yeah, so that's, oh boy. My spreadsheet here is having a little moment. There it goes. tell you what. Let me just. Hopefully, I don't forget where I'm at here. Let me see if I can. See if I can just show you guys what I've got going on here real quick. Okay, so this is my entry screen, okay? And down here I have sunny and stormy, right? So right here, if I type Gareth Leonard in, this is where Rowetter was, right there on that spot. And so Rowetter was in black, so it black and, or maybe it's a dark gray and white. So Lemons and Bay are both stormy. Leonard, Van Dyke, and Yarlett are all sunny, and you can see that they're kind of like yellow on there. And so this is how I kind of like, I can quickly tell you that, oh, you know, Nick Yarlett's 4 over on the back. Well, this is where, so, you know, I just, you could see here, look at these two guys right up here had a real nice go of it so far. But that's my entry setup, and I've had people ask me about sharing it, and Paul being one of them. I think he has found out the reason why I'm hesitant to do that is because it's a bit of a struggle. There's so many connections and things I've developed and sort of evolved the whole thing to the point where being able to like cut out whole pieces of it to give to somebody, things don't work, and I don't really have a lot of time to do that kind of like troubleshooting to help. So I guess I would recommend, you know, I know that a guy named Reggie Bowers has something. I don't know how great it is. It seems like it has the aesthetics. Seems like it works out okay, probably if you have, you know, particular things that you're doing. I don't know if it's globally, you know, I don't know. It's always tough when you release something that you've got to have all your ducks in a row, and as soon as something breaks, it makes it kind of tough. So it's semi-daunting for Rowetter. He's going to use a blue chip, and he's going to have to use both to get control of this. Trying to get a birdie here on 18, which would get him to -8 and get him into that group at, and then 3, 4, 5 is the craps roll basically on History Maker Golf. It's bad. 3, 4, 5 is going to be gallery groans automatic. Just double checking because I always double check it. Never changes. 5, we go to gallery groans. He doesn't get a red chip because he spent chips to get hosed. Workman, he's not a workman. He's semi-chunky is the sand equivalent of workman. Chunky's workman for the sand. So he's not a workman. Difficult par putt, 1 to 3. He does make that, so Rowetter finishes par. Har for the par. And yeah. Now Sonny Lemons. You know, he's got a bottle of that lemonade that he really, you know, he's got it marketed and everything, but it just didn't get the job done today. 4 bogeys and a birdie. Not a very good showing. He is going to be able to take a par here to close out his round. He's just going to have to be happy with -3. We could attack the green. We're not going to. Just let it be. Let it be. Let it be. There will be an answer. Yeah, let it be. Anyway, Gil Granbury now, 17. He'll be on the tee first, followed by Gareth Leonard, the leader, who will be taking control of it. I mean, Leonard could also snap hook it on 18, so you never know. Granbury 3, so he doesn't have to go off of the course or the hole card. 1, 2, 5. Not a hacker, so experience. Is he icon? He is. This is a gimme birdie putt. So Granbury is going to make it. Granbury to -9, tied with Leon Bay. And so our the veterans here have really done their fair share. Leonard, Granbury, Van Dyke, McAdams are the ones that have had the best scores here. Lee Song, I forgot about Yun Lee Song as well. So now Leonard, we're going to buy control of this. Take the water. Unless he gets that special result, the exact same roll. That would be kind of funny. 1-2-2. That wasn't even a water roll. Hacker, he's not a hacker, so a moderate putt for birdie. 1-2, and it's in. Gareth Leonard is cruising to victory. Bogey-free day so far. He is 6 under on the round and minus 13 now through 17. Playing it straight and getting the job done. Making Sawgrass look like Snodgrass. Jay Gunwoo. Nothing against Snodgrass. There's a soccer player that has the name Snodgrass. I think who did he play for? West Bromwich Albion, maybe? I don't know. Been a while. 2-3-4. So no problems with the water with the 4 or 5 here. Just a white 3. 2-3-4. Is he dynamic? Semi-dynamic, and the dot is not his friend. 2. So then we go to icon. 2 is the icon he is. He'll get a gimme birdie putt. So finally, now he'll get the 6-6, right? Now he makes that. All birdies here at 17 in this group. Good show there from the second to last group. Put all in right in there close, and we're able to make their putts. Just the way you draw it up. Now Leon Bay will be ready to play 16 here. I forgot to change our doohickey. Let me change the doohickey. That's 17. That's the par 3. These fans over here, they were screaming and yelling. They're like, "We love golf. Just don't hit us with your next tee shot, please. That would hurt." All right, Leon Bay at the par 5 16th. 2-2-3. Legend, not a legend off the tee. Champion, semi-champion with a dot. He will get a blue chip as the gallery cheers. They heard the roar on the 17th, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to outdo you." So, champion again. We will roll it again here because I think, from what I read, if you roll, kind of doing it consecutive shots, you really should re-roll. So we will. It comes up a no, so he'll have a moderate birdie putt this time. That's a change from what I played a long time ago. So if you've seen that before, where I would have just let that continue, I don't do that anymore. I don't think that's probably the right way to play. I think if you're kind of like, if he's champion on one shot, you should make sure he's champion on the follow-up. So moderate birdie, 1-2. He's got chips. Do we want to? We could make it up to gimme. Tell you what, let's do it. We're gonna play the alternate strategy. And granted, this is not obviously not the definitive. Oh, this works every time. But that's a birdie for Bay. He's gonna use up all of his stuff to get the birdie. And again, this would have been an eagle for Leonard, not a birdie. But you know, you get the drift. That there was the chances, the way that it rolled out, chances were he was going to end up with a birdie. But you know, let's just see. Let's see how Bay plays 17. It's half of them, 2/3 of them don't even get the course card. So Laufenberg now will be next. You know, the other thing you could do is if you have these strategy questions, you can always use the decider die. Say, does Leon Bay use his chip here and roll it? And if it says yes, you have him use his chips to his full advantage. If it says no, you decide not to. I mean, that's one of the things that if you read the website at Play, it's something that they would like you to, think about doing, I think, is that use it in that way. So 5 The only roll that will get you on the card here, 15, is woods or trees in the first shot. And so this is probably not. So is he master? He's not a master, so it's an easy par putt. And he'll just have to take his lumps, as he has all day, +3. Pretty poor day for Laufenberg. Now Nick Yarlett. And we missed a die. I didn't roll them all. That's a foul roll. We're going to re-go. We're going to re-tee it. Kind of like one of those where he... there we go. 4-5-5. Maybe I should have just rolled the silver one down, but... play it the way you like to. 4-5-5. Legend, no. Hacker, no. Champion, no. Right now, Yarlett is semi-cold with a dot. So is he cold? Yes. Bogey on the last hole. So that makes him semi-cold. And so that becomes a double difficult par putt. Ouch. That's going to be another bogey unless he holds the lag. And he doesn't. Easy bogey. Feel bad for Nick. Nick doesn't deserve this. Turns out, is Gil Granberry American? Is my database not quite right? I thought he was from I thought he was from the Southern Hemisphere somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, it says USA. All right, never mind. All right, so yeah, we're on the 18th now with this second to last group. Let me bring up 18. We've seen the last of 16. Going to 18. And Granbury will be on the tee here, looking to avoid water if he can. 24, and he does, but it'll be in the rough near the green in 2. Let's get it finished out here. 5, master. He's not a master, so the caution symbol is in effect for 44, along with a couple of others. So it's not difficult, it's double difficult, and Granbury is going to drop into a tie with Young-Lee Song after needing to lag for an easy bogey putt. He'll make that to close out a reasonable back 9. On the day, that's going to be a 71. Back 9, 34. So good recovery effort there at the end. Now Gareth Leonard playing the last hole. Just wants a white 6 would do him well, and he gets a white 1. So he gets control just off of the white die roll. 3-5-5. Is he king? No. Hacker? No. Experience. Is he prospect? No. A moderate putt for birdie. If he could make this, that would be 2 in a row moderate birdies, which would make his playing partner Jae Gun Woo really angry, because that would be 2 that he's made that he missed. But let's see. 1 to 2. Can he make the moderate birdie and win the Sawgrass Championship? It's in the hole. What in the devil? That is a 7 under par round, a 65. Best of the day. What a round for Gareth Leonard. The Scot is going to win another tournament here on the Tenacious Golf Tour. Has he won any yet this year? Yeah, he won the very first, the Tourney of Champions. So 2 on the year so far, and it's going to take him up. I don't think he's going to surpass Aberley with the point total, but and now let's finish it out with Jae Gun Woo here. But Leon Bay, he'd need the eagle, and yeah, like that's going to happen. Another one, 1-3-3. Yeoman or Puny? Nope. Hacker? Nope. This is going to be experience. For an icon, this will be an easy birdie putt with the 3. I'm just going to speed this along. He misses that. Gimme par. We'll go ahead and roll the other one too for the gimme. And Jay Gunwoo, tough round, +2 on the day. But he's going to finish top 10, so nothing to sneeze at, nothing to get too upset about. Now the Island Green for the last time, and Leon Bay and Nick Yarlett are just, licking their wounds, trying to figure out where it all went wrong. Leon Bay needs to hole it out here for any chance. 255. Not a hacker. Go to experience. Not a prospect. So that will be a moderate birdie putt. 1-2. He makes that one. So the moderate birdie putts now are bringing up the ones every time. So that's going to move him to -11. And I think, well, that's definitely even par for the day. And barring something at 18, he should finish with a nice second place paycheck today. So that would be great. Now Jay Laufenberg, he's going to take his chances. He'll save those 2 chips for 18. So let's see. So guess what? So I forgot about the thing that I did with Leon Bay, right? So we used both chips, and he still gets a birdie. So, and Laufenberg, he's got a chance to he has 2 blue chips, and he can only use 2 on 18 anyway. So we could attack the green. On a par 3, the green die result automatically is what your attack is. On the other holes, you have to roll the white die again. With the 3, it matches the par, which means you look at this other check. He's not soft or stone, so it's a difficult pitch for birdie. He's just going to take this. Needs to roll a 1. And he misses that. Now a moderate putt for par to follow up, and he misses that, so we should have just lagged it. It's amazing how many times that happens. That's going to be a bogey. It's funny. We got all those moderate birdies, and there's a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then, we get something like that where just about every time you have a moderate putt, you roll a 6. So, moderate par putt. Now, Yarlett. I should have used the blue chip, but we'll just let it go because it's too late now. 2, 2, 6. Champion, not a champion. Mood. He is sunny, so that will get him a moderate birdie putt. So we'll make it easy. 1-4, and it's in. He would have made it anyway. So maybe a little consolation prize there for Nick Yarlett. We'll go back to 18 now with these guys. This is basically just, this is just for completeness. Finish it out. 18th, we need Leon Bay to finish it out first. And his drive is going to be nice. Just in the edge of the rough, he's going to hit a beautiful 7-iron to within 25, 30 feet. He's going to 2-putt. He's going to take his par. And so, there you go with... It may not have worked that way with Gareth Leonard, but with Leon Bay, we used up his chips on 16, and he ended up getting another birdie and getting the old white 6, and it didn't hurt him any the worse. Actually, probably got him, I don't know. It got him another birdie on 16, right? So Yarlett going to finish out 46, Golf Cam Green. Not Golf Cam Course. Sorry, my bad. I've been on here a long time, and it's definitely warm. Not cordial. Is he laser? He is laser. He gets a clutch birdie putt. Semi-gold. He misses that. We're going to not even... I already talked about the red chip. Going to use it. Moderate bogey. He'll make that. No, moderate par, right? It was a clutch birdie putt, so moderate par putt. So Yarlett finishes birdie par. And now Laufenberg uses one blue chip. It's not daunting, so he gets to keep the other one. He can use that to upgrade a putt. So 155 on the par 4. Bomber or Duffer? Nope. Champion, yep, this will be an easy birdie. We'll make it gimme. And that's good. Birdie for Laufenberg. First one on the day, and kind of ends his plight. And that's going to round it out. As we already mentioned, Gareth Leonard is the winner of the 2020 Sawgrass Championship. This is the 3rd season of the Tenacious Golf Tour. Your winner. And you shouldn't see that there. Your winner, minus 14. Leon Bay, minus 11. A good finish for him. Let's see. Let me go over to this screen and let's see what are the results all in good shape here. Yeah, so yeah, I have to put a little cut differential in here. I do not let a guy like Emmerich, who was in the B category, you know, we make sure that he's, yeah, maybe he sneaks top 10 out of it. We're going to put 3 degrees of cut differential in here to make sure that we're, the guys that we saw and they're in the top 10 mostly get in there. So that's what we see. And yeah, so Gareth Leonard with a 1.6 million as his winnings, 500 points. I don't have the updated point standings in front of me, but that should get him into second place. Leon Bay with almost a million. That what I can do is take a look and see what did he have to begin with. Leon Bay. His nickname on tour is Old Bay. Spent some time in the Chesapeake doing some crabbing and such, so that's his nickname, Old Bay. And Old Bay is just 10 times his winnings. He went from 91,000 and 95th. He earns almost he's going to come up to a million. So what does that put him at? That's going to put him with a second place finish, almost top 10. He'll be right around 11th or 12th, maybe 13th. Yun Lee Song got a good payday, so but anyway, that's what we got. Yun Lee Song with 522,000. He's going to go from there to 1.3. So he'll end up top 10. Laufenberg, another one with a good payday. He's going to jump up. I mean, could be better. Laufenberg 225,000. Yeah. So, but anyway, that's our final here. If you want to go down through, Emmerich with the 10, tied for 10th, minus 5. There's Kanishi and Aberley. So they both had some good totals. This was the top 156 with injuries knocked out. I didn't do any usage stuff, because aside from just whatever injuries have been done through the game, because you know, this is what is considered a mini major, and not many guys are going to miss this, if any. So I just took the top 156 in points. And so that's what we see here. Just go down the list. We had 76 make the cut. You're welcome to stop the video at any point if you're watching this after the fact. And there's our cut line. And anybody that didn't make the cut, they're going and begging for some food somewhere. No, just kidding. Let me see. What do we got here? How many events left? Well, that is a great question. You can see here it's a 30 event schedule, so we've got 21, right? Something like that. 20, maybe 22. 30 minus 8 would be 22, right? So let's see. Let's do the 2020 exemptions. 22 left. 8. It is who won this? Yeah, Gareth Leonard. Another one for Gareth Leonard. 2020 Sawgrass Championship. Course is the Players Club, and the victory date was March 22nd. So you can see he's exempt through 2025. He's got 5 years because he has 3 additional wins on top of this. So that would be his fourth victory in total. But anyway, we have next up after the Sawgrass is the Copperhead at Rattlesnake. So this is Innisbrook Copperhead. You can see it right there. You can see that this automatically just puts in Leonard if I make sure and put that there. And the winning score was 274 minus 14. 274 minus 14. Just this doesn't get updated. I could do it, but just, maybe one day I will. It'd be relatively straightforward to do. But yeah, so Copperhead, then the Masterful. So then we'll get to the Masters. Obviously this weekend's the British Open in the real world, so it felt kind of good to get a little tourney out here and do it. So that's not going to be good. Let's do this here. And I look like I'm hanging off the ceiling. I'm going to wrap it up here pretty soon. So there we go. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out for, what, almost 2 hours. Yeah, Dustin, his ratings went down. So that's where he just hasn't been in it quite as much. You know, like him or hate him, I mean, he's a lot... In that way, he's a lot like some of these guys, like you know, like Tiger, or in NASCAR, like Jeff Gordon, maybe, or Jimmy Johnson. You either like him or you seem to hate him. This is now a bit on the warm side, so. Okay, yeah, thanks, Paul. Take care, Al. I'm sure you got something going on your channel later. Thanks for touting it here. Let's see. Using spreadsheets for the first 3 rounds and play out last bit. Use Reggie app to record. Yeah. So, you know, sometimes you just have to be utilitarian and do what you need to do. And again, I said in the video about why tabletop sports. Why do like one of them is it's given me the opportunity to expand my knowledge of using spreadsheets. I already had some knowledge of that, but it's really allowed me to not only apply it, but troubleshoot a lot of things that, you know, I mostly had, but, you know, then you start using them, and it's funny. It's funny to watch this guy crank away, like the spreadsheet. Like there's enough going on in the background with its recording video. This laptop, I really need to figure out I probably need to buy a different guy, like some kind of a well-cooled thing with a video card that's really good and good processors and stuff, because this guy, if I put my hand on the keyboard, it feels hot. So not too hot, but hot enough. So if it gets skipping or anything like that, that's why. But sorry about the audio quality early on. Like I said, I have this USB hub that it gets the job done, but it just every once in a while, I don't know if it's a power issue. I not only have that, but I have this I have a second monitor that is connected through USB adapters, and I think that's probably not the best solution. I probably should buy an HDMI run monitor, and that would open up another USB port on my, that's like I can directly connect stuff in, and you know, it just might fix, because then I might be able to plug the microphone cable directly into the base of the laptop, which that's probably a more bona fide connection and all that stuff. So anyway, thanks a lot. Like Al said, if you would hit like, I would love it. Let's try and get this out again either next weekend or the following weekend. I think just have to see how things line up. But you know, sometimes you get something out on the tabletop, and I'm learning strat football, and I got to get back to learning that, because I did get a little bit of advice from somebody. His name is Glenn. I think I don't know which Glenn. There's a couple of different Glens who are in the community, in the greater tabletop playing community. And I don't know which one it is. I have a feeling I know, and but he about trying to play advanced, so it's giving me a little bit of hope to try, but I haven't 100% decided what I will do with that, if it'll be a project or if it'll just be some one-off games. But that's on the radar, but I still want to get done with History Maker Baseball. I've got other baseball games I'd like to fart around with, including maybe Strat, but when you've purchased other baseball games and you haven't ever played them, you're kind of like starting to think to yourself, man, might be a time to start, you know, getting with the times and seeing what else is there, and being able to make some comparisons and some contrasting, you know, observations about it. So anyway, what do we got here? Anything else? Okay, good night, Paul. Yeah, I was, you guys got Silverstone racing tomorrow morning. Well, it'll be afternoon for you guys. So Max Verstappen, sorry if you don't want to get spoiled, but Max Verstappen, completely different setup for this race tomorrow. They did a qualifying on Friday, which usually they just qualify and run the race Sunday. Qualify Saturday, race Sunday. But then in this one they did a qualifying, then they did what's called a sprint race, which is about a third of the distance. And everybody ran the same tire pretty much. I mean, there were a couple different ones, but there were no pit stops. The end of that is how they're going to start tomorrow. So it's a little weird. Don't know if I like it, but maybe it'll be better once they can pass more. So anyway, that's the update. That's this tournament. We have a repeat winner with Gareth Leonard. I think that is the first repeat winner on tour this year. Yes, so the Scottish Gareth Leonard with the victory, 14 under par, a 3-shot victory over Leon Bay. I believe that was the case. I think he was at -11. Till next time, keep rolling your dice. Hope they stay on the table. And just enjoy. Thanks a lot.